can't be held forever. How long can Casey sit behind bars before she needs to be prosecuted? Let's ask the panel. Criminal defense attorneys Ted Williams and Bernie Grimm are here with us in Washington, and criminal defense attorney Jeff Brown is in Florida. And Jeff, I'm sure that Ted and Bernie were terrified I was going to ask that Florida law question of them. But anyway, how long, Jeff, can she be held without being charged? I guess she's charged with neglect right now, right?
Well, I think she's been arrested for neglect. If she's been arrested, the law says that you can hold someone for 30 days, and the judge will tell the state attorney that they have 3 days before he or she releases that person. But if the state files a motion showing good cause, they get an extra 7. So really, the answer is 40 days.
Well, one of the accusations is that she has lied to investigators. I mean, that would be an easy charge.
Right.
I mean, whether all you got to do is have a detective show up and sign an affidavit saying she lied.
That's just a misdemeanor, though. That's usually just what we call obstructing or opposing, so you're only looking at a misdemeanor there.
How about neglect? Misdemeanor or felony?
No, child neglect can be a third-degree felony, so that can become a more serious. There's also neglect for a misdemeanor, so that becomes a much more serious charge. But again, that becomes a much harder charge to prove because we still don't know where the child is. And if you do believe the words presumed innocent, like I do, then it's really hard, I think, to say that she did something. The jury's out. We don't know yet.
It can be. Give her that. But neglect is also not doing something, and the fact that the child has been missing and wasn't reported is pretty high up there.
But if she's with somebody, there's no neglect. If she's with somebody that's taking care of her.
I guess. That's true. But anyway, Bernie, your turn on this one.
Jeff, you'll have to give me the number to your hairstylist and see if I can grow my hair like that. So, this case is, Mark Furman will tell you, Ted will tell you, that every time a suspect gives a statement, there's usually a nugget of truth in there someplace, enough that she can defensively say, well, I wasn't lying. This woman is just, when you read her statement, she's just violently across the board. And Mark said, well, one way to get her to confess is to tap her weakness, the fact that she feels guilty. This woman doesn't feel a shred of guilt. I mean, it's like me being in the 4th grade and my lunch is there and my mother forgot to put my donuts in there. I mean, that's how upset she seems to be. So.
Well, you asked Mark Furman about how investigators feel on it, and I would believe that they feel terribly frustrated because I was down in Orlando last week there, and I can unequivocally tell you, after looking into this, Zenaida Gonzalez, or the so-called nanny, another lie. Or she worked at Universal Studios, another lie. Lies after lies after lies. It seemed to be just a pathological habitual liar.
But in a peculiar way, it's her lies which is making it sort of difficult to go after her on these things. I mean, she's actually, it's sort of slippery, Jeff.
Yeah, the problem is that I think we're trying to apply logic to a person that may not know what being logical is. Mark said that, and I agree with Mark, and I don't always agree with Mark, but there might be mental health issues. So it's kind of hard to sit here and apply what we believe to be logic to this situation. We really don't know yet. And I think all we can do is have law enforcement continue to do the DNA type evidence that hopefully will
but there's,
solve this case.
I suppose there are very few people who believe that child is still alive, but under the hope that she's still alive, it's not a situation that we can sort of sit around. There is an incredible sense of urgency.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just say, well, it's a 3-year-old. She can't take care of herself, go and buy food, make phone calls. She's presumptively dead at this point, and it's just so sad. But it doesn't mean you stop.
But but you got to track down the Zenaida Fernandez.
Oh, yeah.
What they're looking at, I think, right now and waiting for perhaps is the trace evidence that perhaps was found in that trunk, and if that ties up, I would think that they're going to indict her.
Yeah, but that might not mean anything. Go ahead.
Let me just say this, though. Having her out might be the best thing for law enforcement because oftentimes people make mistakes when they're out. They make calls. She may be tempted to go someplace or see something or do something. So sometimes having somebody out there like this can actually help you solve the case.
And it's actually probably a really good point. They can follow her. Panel, thank you. And Mary Winkler, remember her? She was convicted of shooting her minister husband to death, fatally shooting him in 2006. Well, she has taken custody now of the couple's 3 children. Winkler was convicted of voluntary manslaughter for shooting Matthew Winkler in the back at the couple's home. Tried for murder, a jury found Winkler guilty of voluntary manslaughter after she testified to